Good evening. My name is John Hutchison. Jana Mann would be your host for Community Clips this evening, but Jana has to cook a turkey this evening for a wedding. And she's going to save us all some stuffing and some dark meat for later on. So come on down to St. Helens Public Access and get some stuffing and some turkey from Jana. This evening's Community Clips is all about a production that was put on by the Community Action Team over at Olmscheid Auditorium at St. Helens High School in celebration of the Week of the Young Child. I'm sure you'll enjoy this program, as there's a lot of talent displayed by local residents and some of our younger students as well. So, on that note, here's our first portion of the show. Good evening, gentlemen of the council, fellow citizens, Mr. Attorney. My name is John Hutchison. I live at 274 South 16th Street, St. Helens, Oregon, 97051. I'd like to come to speak on a couple of items on the agenda today. One is regarding the franchise agreement with TCI Cablevision of Oregon. Am I to understand that on the agenda this evening we're discussing the possible renewal of the newly negotiated franchise agreement? Is that correct? And we're talking about a 15-year franchise agreement, is that correct? And the provisions of this franchise agreement offer no further support of public access, is that correct?
As it is drafted, I'm not sure.
Peter, can you help me out on this?
I think we have two.
We have two agreements.
Yeah, and it's up to the council to decide which one they want.
And does one of those agreements include further funding of public access? And is it in the amounts that are normally being funded at this time, in terms of the amounts that are being proposed? Well, I have a copy of a summary of the powers that are still allowed after the 1984 Act, which I believe would apply in this case. And it specifically states that the city or the franchisor can require cable systems to provide channel capability, facilities, equipment for public education and government access use, either during the initial franchise process or during franchise renewal proceedings. This is according to 47 U.S.C. Section 531. Now, there seems to be a
There's no discrepancy. I think I understand the law pretty clearly. I've been to cable workshops.
I see. Well, how is it that this is quoting the Act, and it's saying we can require them to provide these facilities, and you're understanding that we can't?
Well,
I see a discrepancy. Perhaps you don't.
Okay.
Perhaps no one else in this room sees discrepancies, but I certainly do. The reason I bring this up, and the reason I'm up here this evening, is to point out two things. As Mr. Merriweather already said, this proceeding towards a renewal of the franchise agreement at this time is premature. The agreement doesn't run out until the end of the beginning of next year. Is that correct?
It's a little less than 2 years away.
A little less than 2 years away. Excuse me, I stand corrected. 2 years away. Okay. The question comes to my mind anytime a corporation the size of TCI, and I think we all are familiar with the size and complexity of Telecommunications Incorporated. They have 2,000 franchises extant today. They are the largest single cable provider in the world. Okay, this is a large, aggressive, hardball company. These are not people who are concerned about little towns like St. Helens. In order for us to cut the best deal with these people, we need to be hard too. We need to play hardball. And I don't see us playing hardball here. I see us playing bend over and hope to God they don't screw us too hard. To that end, I recommend you gentlemen consider seriously backing off on any premature agreement with TCI and look at your options a lot more clearly, because I don't think you have. I think you've allowed TCI to put you in a position of being defensive and afraid of what they might do to you if you don't cooperate with them. And I can understand your concern. They are a very large and a very aggressive company, and they don't play nice. They don't play fair. But you have two things on your side. You have federal law on your side. You also have state law on your side in terms of franchise regulation. And in all cases of franchise law, the franchisee gets the benefit of the doubt.